What's the most disrespectful thing a teacher ever did to you? My teacher threw away my EpiPen. I stood there frozen while she dropped my lifeline into the trash can. The whole class went silent. I've had severe allergies since I was born. Nuts, bee stings, certain fruits. They can all end me within minutes if I don't get help. My throat closes up, my skin breaks out in hives, and I can't breathe. That's why I always carry my EpiPen everywhere I go. At home, my parents are super careful about what foods come into the house. But at school, I rely on that EpiPen to keep me safe when I'm around things I can't control. Yesterday, we were doing a science lab with different plants and seeds. I noticed some sunflower seeds in the mix, which can trigger my allergies. I quietly showed the substitute teacher my EpiPen case clipped to my belt loop and explained my condition. She didn't even look at my medical alert bracelet, just told me no outside materials were allowed during lab time. I tried explaining again that it was emergency medicine. She just stared at me like I was making excuses. I thought maybe she didn't understand what an EpiPen was, so I calmly explained that without it, I could pass away if I had a reaction, that my regular teachers all knew about my condition and had copies of my medical plan. She crossed her arms and demanded I hand it over, said she'd keep it at her desk. I hesitated but gave it to her. At least it would still be in the room if I needed it. But a few minutes later, I saw her examining it. She was reading the label with a suspicious look on her face. Then, without warning, she walked straight to the trash can and dropped it in, said it looked like a substance injector to her and that she wasn't born yesterday. My heart started pounding. My hands got shaky. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I jumped up from my seat, told her she couldn't do that I needed it to stay alive. She told me to sit down or I'd be sent to the principal's office. The room got so quiet you could hear the clock ticking. Nobody moved. Then Tyler, a boy who barely ever speaks to anyone, stood up. Without saying a word, he walked to the trash can, reached in and pulled out my EpiPen case. He wiped it clean and brought it back to me. The teacher's face turned red. She demanded we both go to the principal's office immediately. The principal was shocked when we told him what happened. He called my parents and the school nurse right away. The substitute teacher was escorted out of the building before lunch period even started.